Today, I'm gonna give you 3 tips how to dramatically increase your wins in duels. I notice a lot when I'm battling people in these duels. There's a lot of mistakes that people will make, especially with the team synergy. So I'll walk you through how I pick and choose my battles and how to get the most out of your team, how to get the most power out of your team. The first tip is team synergy. I see some teams that just don't go well together. The meta right now is you see a lot of Medinas on the right side spamming her Blizzard or Cosmo Power. So what I do with that is that I run your Shadow on the right side, give her some Ice Resist Espers to counter that, and then have Thancred or another Spear user to finish her off in the second turn, or someone that has a lot of range. So it could either be Medina like I have right now, or it could be Thancred, which I have in the second party. Depending on what kind of part I see and what kind of formation I see, that's what I'll run. So all the second thing is that you guys have multiple teams in place and kind of pick and choose your battles to win. You get to the point where it's just all well players and you can't do anything about that, but you need to keep watching how your AI acts, what they moves, how they set up the first and second move, the movement, because they're kind of predictable. So that's the first tip, to watch your AIs. Make sure you max out those stats that they know that you know they're always gonna cast first. Like with Thancred, he's always gonna cast Dragonkin first to boost his attack because he's too far away to do anything else. Alright. So the second tip is to not ignore your weapons. There are some good videos out there about crafting equipment, etc. So I won't get into that, but I see a lot of people with R gear level 10 running around, and that's fine. But you need to start crafting these stronger weapons, and you can start looking at what materials you need to craft these weapons. So you get a lot of these materials from the mod shop. So I would always recommend to, whenever you get a chance, to buy not the mod shop but the regular shop, to buy these crafting equipments because they're very rare. So like the sticky fluid, cloudy sap, blissful heart. You need a lot of these little crafting gears to make these equipment. So my suggestion is to start leveling up some of these equipments. You can't be running around with level 3 metal knuckles. So like start making some ice brands. Start buying these crafting gears and equipments and start leveling them up just for 1 or 2 characters because they do get expensive. So I'm trying to work on my Lionheart right now. So for my Thancred. So that's tip number 2. So just start making these start crafting better weapons because they do help you in the long run. And if you're a free-to-play player, I would start recommending you limit breaking some of these rare and super rare characters because they give you those trust weapons, and as you can see, you can equip them to anybody. So if we go back to my duels, you can see that even though this isn't one of Thancred's trust weapons, it's another one I just released. You can equip it to him, and it gives you extra 260 HP and agility, which agility is really important in this game to see who goes first. So that's tip number 2, is to make sure you start enhancing and equipping these weapons and start building these smaller units with these trust weapons so you can kind of swap them in and out. Alright, tip number 3 is that managing your advisors and your espers to increase team synergy. What's the point of stacking magic outputs with 2 mages and 1 damage dealer like Monte or a tank like him? It makes no sense. If you're gonna run 2 mages, then make sure that you put like a tank on the side to block the door and run max HP, so it gives the mages a chance to survive because Angerbird has that skill. So usually I would run a party like this: Angerbird, which is a tank on the left side to block the door, because usually the opponent will run to the right side, or their right side, and I just have the 2 mages take him down. I usually have Ishada on the far right side because, like I said, Medina is the meta right now, and with her being ice resist and equipping ice resist espers, it can't one shot her. So always so for your vision cards, you want to make sure that not your vision card, your S burst. And you're getting stuff like ice resist. Let me see, where's the pull at? And it's kind of hard because you have to train up these boards, but some of them have earth resist, strike resist. So make sure that your team is synergizing with whatever you're trying to do, and that's the most important part. So there's a couple of videos out there explaining the bravery faith system, and I'll do that one later. But basically, you may just need high faith for more magic damage output, as well as the reaction skills. So keep them out of the barracks and start farming those faith if you're gonna run at mages. And since they gave Fanny to everybody yesterday for the release, nobody should have no excuses to farm bravery. The last part, I guess, is tip number 4, is to do your duels every day. Even if you lose, take your time looking into how your AI reacts, how your character moves. Instead of just running auto and hoping you win, you'll dramatically increase your wins. I noticed with my Angry Bird, he always used Sentinel first, and if I put him in the left position, he always blocks that door. Also with my Thankard, he always runs Dragonkin first and then use jump depending where he's positioned. So if you want to make sure to level up these skills to make sure that they're being used frequently. So let's kind of go into what I look for when I'm doing these battles. So this one I could take down pretty easily because with this team I struggle with missile players, like the gunners. So this one should be easy battle for me. So let's see what happens. So Medina goes first, he goes second. She's very powerful damage, dark damage dealer. So she's gonna run up. He's gonna block that door. He's always gonna win because he has a stun ability, so I'll make sure that happens. And Medina takes him out with the Cosmos. And from that on, it's pretty much easy. Blade Dash, that skill stuns it for 1 turn, and then it makes your life easy. And there you go. Laser knock him down. So the tank is very important on the left side because he blocks that door, and then sometimes you have your opponent who runs 2 characters to that door. So then your AI has time to set up. So let's go to another one. So we have this Medina. She's on the left side now. So I'm pretty sure he could tank one of her Cosmic Queens and one of her Blizzards, and then she'll be out of AP. And then she'll start attacking with the stick, which really does nothing. Alright, let's see what happens right here. Who goes first? So my Medina's pretty fast. Like I said, you never have a damage dealer like Zazu on the middle because she just wastes a turn. Same thing with tank on the right side, it doesn't make any sense. So I'm surprised my tank actually ran away from that door. Let's see what Medina does. She does, okay. It's Monty, Killer Blade. Okay, I wasn't expecting him to do 2k damage. And I'm not sure why my tank is running that way. So you that's why I said you kind of have to gauge on what they do because it's kind of confusing at times. So basically after this, she's done 1-hit KO. She doesn't have that much AP. Yeah, I didn't realize Mont was gonna 1-hit KO my mage like that. I guess he's pretty strong for a tank, an XR tank like that. Damn, AI pick up some crystals. It doesn't matter though because he's gonna wipe him out. Blade Dash, nope, just a regular attack. No, he's running to get that damn crystal. So this is actually one of the first matches where I've seen AI run around trying to get crystals to revive himself. So that's pretty interesting. It's just a battle of 1-on-1. and my Engelberg wins. So that's pretty interesting because I didn't think he'll scale across the map to go find Monte. So like I said, you gotta keep these things in mind and play a lot to kind of see how the AI reacts. Alright, let's do one more, two more. Alright, now Monte. Okay, Thancred on the right. He could probably one hit KO my Yoshada. Medina in the middle, Monte in the left side. Okay, so I'm pretty sure Eggenberg will pretty much block this door and take him out. And then Medina will kind of cover over and probably try to attack Engelbert also. So we'll see what happens. And you always want to put a lot of agility on your Medina if you're already Medina, because not necessarily because she's attacking first, but she could get into position first because you're never gonna be that close in order to make your moves that quick. So he's doing a jump, which is a really powerful skill. And I'm surprised he didn't one hit KO me. Okay. The shot is going there. He's going to kill her. That's fine. He's going to fire. Now he's going to go over and kill Thancred. So Thancred jump move is really good because basically you can't target him while he's in the air like that, which wastes a lot of turn for you. Now he can't really do anything, so just jump. So hopefully use Blade Bash to stun him. So that's one thing you gotta watch out for Thancred, is that damn jump skill. He's probably gonna want to get that crystal. Okay. Let's see what happens. Dragon Blade does a reaction move. Alright, and we're done. Alright, let's do one more battle. Like I said, whether you win or lose, just make sure you do this every day. Thancred, he's gonna one hit KO me. Well, he's on the left side now, so I'm not too worried about that. Stern, he's gonna one hit KO my Yoshada for sure. So we'll see how this goes. Okay, Medina running to the right. They're probably gonna take out Stern. He has that very good move. That's very far. That hits you very far. Alright, Cosmo Plume, he tanks that one pretty easily. So now everybody's running to the right. And she's gonna do Cosmo Plume. He's gonna take him out. Easy. He's gonna go take out Medina. Yoshada. Probably gonna die. Yeah, because she's weak to darkness. It's fine. Yeah, Stern is a very strong character. Alright, and now just him and my Engelberg. So we'll see who wins. Alright, so he's weak to light, of course, because he's a dark character. So there you go. You just got pick and choose your battles. Remember to have multiple formations. I didn't really need to use Thancred because I didn't really see anything that needed my Thancred to kind of take advantage of. But I do have him in my second party formation. Alright, and that's all for you guys. Alright, thanks for watching.